Moose FM 100.1% Fort St. John. I'm your Bud the Dub. I'm joined for our usual BC Winter Games this morning interview this morning by Lynette and Tony. How's it going this morning, guys?
Good morning, Bud. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Got you a little off guard there on that one.
That was a little close. You almost nailed the Robin Williams impression there. So, all right, well, volunteer deadline coming up with the games here, and of course the games. I mean, we're 2.5 weeks away
2 weeks.
now.
2 weeks.
2 weeks today,
Goodness.
actually.
Today.
Wow, it is
Yeah.
coming
Yeah.
up. And before we got on here, just discussing your day, you got games meetings, you got your own job. You're just doing everything.
My
right
own
now.
job? What's that?
I guess your day job. would be
My
the
day
word
job.
for
That's
it.
right. Oh, and my night job. Yeah.
So, still some volunteer needs, even though it wraps up this Saturday at 10 a.m. What are you guys still looking for?
Well, yeah, like you said, our volunteer recruitment wraps up this Saturday, but we are still looking for people who want to fill in some positions. We've got a real need for people who want to come out and help serve our athletes breakfast, help with those types of things. And we have a need actually on Saturday and Sunday for people who want to get out and help feed these athletes. Of course, like you know, we have over 1,500 athletes coming to Fort St. John for these games, and it takes a huge amount of volunteers to put that all together. So a lot of misconception. A lot of people think they have to have cooks training or want to spend like all these culinary aspects to be in the kitchen. No, we got jobs for everybody. I need people to help hand out chocolate milks or juice or
Directing people where to go.
Directing people where to go. That's right, Tony. Even serving our athletes is really important, right?
Exactly.
So we have to get out there and just get the volunteers that want to help with the service of the athletes.
I see.
With that many athletes coming through, of course, some of our athletes are traveling. Actually, the ski athletes are going to travel to Dawson Creek to ski down there. So we have to feed them early in the morning, get them on their way so they can get down and get their sport done. And then we have a huge volume of sport that's got to get out there and get their day started. So it takes a larger pool of volunteers.
Does that mean then there's essentially like 2 breakfast times, or it lasts like a long?
Just kind of lasts for 3.5 hours.
I see, okay.
So it's not too bad. That's the other part. Our shifts are kept pretty short and sweet. They're 4-hour shifts. So you can get out there and volunteer for a little bit of time. And the biggest part we want to stress now is if maybe you've already volunteered for games.
Exactly.
Maybe you're already helping
Yes.
with accommodations, or you helped with our Friends of the Games or marketing, and they're kind of wrapping up what they've been doing, and you want to get out there and help a little bit more, or you're already signed up to help with maybe when we receive all those athletes on Wednesday, you're already helping with the accreditation, and you're like, how can I do more past Wednesday? How can I get involved? And that's where you can just reach out to whoever scheduled you to help with what you were doing presently, or go on our bcgames.ca, bcwintergames.ca website,
Right.
and you can reach out and get back on to maybe helping us shift on foods. I know I've got a couple girlfriends, they're helping out with some sports, and they're helping out with the athlete reception, and then they're also coming out to help do breakfast on Saturday and Sunday morning, just because they felt it was a way they could give back and get involved and actually get to really experience it from the athlete side too. So it's kind of cool that way.
And again, we're not looking for all day shifts. We're looking for, some shifts are only 2 hours. Some shifts, people are giving 8 hours. Really, all we're looking for is to fill the gaps that we presently have right now in all directorates, whether it's accommodation. I mean, I know accommodation right now are looking for the ambassadors to look after the athletes that are staying at the schools. And, that's going to be from midnight till 6 in the morning till noon, and so forth going forward. And again, you're not there by yourself. None of these shifts are you alone by yourself. You always have someone there with you to talk and pass the time along. But we are short, volunteers in certain sectors. And again, if you want to help out in another sector, get a hold of your volunteer chair that did contact you and just say, listen, I talked to my friends. I thought it would be neat to help out in this department. How do I do it? They'll put your name forward.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about that.
And that's the other neat thing is that if there's a group of you that wants to get together, we have some people who are work groups and work
Yes.
friends, and they're coming to us saying, hey, there's 5 or 6 of us from the office and we want to volunteer, and we'd like to volunteer, but we all have to work on Thursday and Friday. So how can we get involved? We have shifts that start before work. So if you want to give back, maybe skip the gym that morning, come out and help with the athletes for
That
breakfast.
would be a workout.
That kind of thing. It'll be a workout.
It
you
will
bet.
be.
So there's those types of things, but we can get groups of you in together. So you can come with your friends and do have a lot of fun with it.
And meet new friends.
Yeah.
There's going to be, we're all in this together. We want to have a successful game. We are going to have a successful game. And again, it comes from our community, getting out and helping out. And when you look at the big picture of this, is that this is the first time these athletes are coming up to the north. They've never been to the north. So we want to give them a great experience. And this is, again, for some of these athletes, they're leaving their mom and dad. They're going to be staying in a dorm, a school, but a dorm with a coach and other athletes there, so, and they're very young. And so we want to make sure that they're safe, have a great event, and we feed them well. And we have stepped up to the plate, and we're going to show them that moving forward, that we are a community that gets things done.
Absolutely.
So, again, volunteer ends Saturday. So you have till this Saturday at 10 o'clock to volunteer. Put your name in as a volunteer. If you do want to get into foods, I don't know if we mentioned that.
We didn't mention that.
Okay.
We actually, if you want to get in and volunteer with the food venue, any volunteers that are wanting to volunteer, I am running a food safe course on Sunday, and Games is going to pay for that for us. So that's all coming out of our pocket. So you can come and get your food safe, volunteer for the games, and walk away with a ticket that's going to leave you.
But can I just reiterate? You don't need food safe to be in foods.
No, not at all.
Like, you don't have to have food safe to give someone a chocolate milk, or in my old age, a Vico, which you two probably don't even know what Vico is.
I don't even know what that is, Tony. You just dated yourself.
I know what you're talking about, Tony. All right. Well, if you need to volunteer or want to volunteer, again, bcwintergames.ca. You see the big button. It says register or volunteer now.
By
you
all
can't
means.
miss it. Got to get in on that now. Guys, thanks so much for stopping by to
Thanks
talk
a
to
lot,
for
us.
having
buddy. We
us.
do appreciate everything that you guys are doing, and have yourself a great day, Fort St. John.
Thank you.
Oh, you're shy. Don't want your voice on the